Do I like the new background? Is it a bit boring? Yes. Is my hair really big today? Yes. I have actually used a bedsheet for my backdrop. I felt like the sparkly was a bit too festive still, and also I felt like it was making me look really dark with the lighting. I don't know. But we'll see how the pink bedsheet goes for now. It hardly looks pink anymore, I've washed it so many times. Maybe I'll go to Primark and get a new bedsheet. Anyway, let's crack on with the video. Hello, I'm Eloise and this is my channel, and for today's video, you guys have chosen for me to do a full face using the techniques that I not hate, just not my bag. Yeah, not my bag. Little disclaimer, I don't want to discredit anyone's style of makeup or the way that they like to do their makeup. Just for me, it's not for me. I'm in that sort of stage of where I want makeup to be effortless and to take me 20 minutes rather than 2 hours, which is what I definitely used to do. So I'm not discrediting anyone's style of makeup at all. It's just the techniques that I don't choose to use anymore. I definitely used to do this, but not anymore. So I'm going to be using all Instagram techniques, I want to say. So like carving eyebrows drastically, doing crazy contour, cut crease, all that kind of stuff. I haven't really decided what techniques I'm doing yet. I'm just going to sort of think about how I don't do my makeup and kind of do it that way. I'm being like very hand gestury today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, you guys chose for me to do this video today, and then next week I'm going to be uploading my mum doing my makeup. So make sure you stay tuned for that one because you guys loved when I did my mum's makeup last time. So we're going to switch it around. She's quite a funny character, so I would definitely stay tuned for that one. So anyway, while I've got you here, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. And if you're interested in seeing me do a full face of techniques that aren't really my bag, then make sure you keep on watching. I think I want to start with my eyes first. I'm not going to really zoom you in because it's not going to be like an in-depth tutorial because this isn't the way that I like to do my makeup. I haven't even chosen a palette that I'm going to do today. Maybe colours that I don't wear as well. Should we do that? Let's do that. I don't wear blue, so maybe I should do a blue look today. Oh, this has got a matte blue. Yes, I'm going to be using the Morphe 39A, this big old bugger. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is maybe like this blue section here. So last week I cleared out a whole big bin of products that I don't use anymore. So I feel like I should include a couple of them in this. For example, when I do my brows, I tend to use a pencil, so I'm going to use a pomade. But if you're interested in seeing a full face of products that I really, really don't like, then comment down below and I can definitely film that for you. So I'm going to be using the NYX eyebrow gel. I don't have a pomade anymore, so this is the closest thing to it. But I used to use this all the damn time. It is a waterproof, long-lasting, smudge-proof brow gel. This is in the shade Brunette, which is definitely too dark for me. But that's what I used to wear. The reason I am getting rid of this product is because it's so inconvenient. You have to put it on the back of your hand, which is a pain. So I'm going to take a brush that's got an angled brush on one end and a spoolie on the other, and I'm just going to brush up my hair. This brow gel is so dark, man. I haven't had dark eyebrows in such a long time, so let's speed through this. Let's do like a full-on Instagram brow. This is so scary. I haven't had a dark brow in such a long time. And then you have to go on top as well, which I never do. And I used to take about 15 minutes on each eyebrow, and now it takes me 2 minutes to do both. That's how much my makeup technique and style has changed. It doesn't matter how messy this is going to be because we're going to carve it out to the extreme. If this is your style of eyebrow, go for it. But I just feel like this swamps my face and makes me look really angry. So that's one eyebrow. I'm going to do the other one off camera because this is going to take me forever. But oh my god, look at the difference. A lot of people use the Conceal and Define by Makeup Revolution. It's quite a thick concealer, and I'm just going to sort of like carve around them. I mean, they're sharp as hell anyway, but let's just make them even sharper, shall we? So I'm going to take a Zoeva 233, which is a cream shader brush. Just don't have a steady hand anymore. That's why I can't do wings, because I haven't done a wing in such a long time. I'm so rubbish at them now. Okay, that's gonna have to do because I can't be bothered to be here for much longer on the brows. Some people do it on top as well, which I think is Crazy and very time consuming and also very difficult to do. And another thing that upsets me is when people use concealer as an eye base. Concealer isn't meant to be used as an eye base. Concealer is for somewhere that doesn't move much, so underneath your eyes, whereas you are blinking throughout the day. So naturally, the concealer, although you set it, it's going to start to warm up from all the movement that your eyelid does, and then it's going to crease. This isn't self-setting, and it's very upsetting. Rhymes. But anyway, I need to stop ranting. This is just really wet still. So it's a bit rubbish as an eye base if you ask me. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've got the most hideous eyebrows I've ever put on my face, and a seriously carved out one at that, let's set the base. Usually I would never set my base, but that's because I'm using an eyeshadow primer that sets itself basically, whereas a concealer doesn't, so it's gonna crease. So I would never usually do this, but because I'm using a concealer, I'm gonna have to, and also it's techniques that I would never use / don't like. So I'm gonna just take a light eyeshadow colour. You could use a face powder. I'm just gonna pop that all over. And I feel like when I do this, I don't get the colour payoff that I want. So I think I'm gonna do a cut crease because I hate the way a cut crease looks on me. I feel like they are all over Instagram on models that have got these huge, beautiful, big eyes, but it's not going to suit every eye shape, if that makes any sense at all. But I'm going to do one today anyway, just to show you a technique that I don't like. So I'm going to sketch out the shape of my cut crease first, which is what I would never usually do that either. So I'm going to use a little pencil brush. This is a Zoeva 230. And I'm going to take this, I don't know, slate grey, I want to say. And I'm going to start to sketch out the shape of my eye. And then I think you blend the other colours on top, I'm not really sure. Just because this is a video of techniques that I technically hate, I've never tried this way of doing it, so it might actually work out really well, so let's be optimistic. I think I'm just going to do a little small cut crease. I'm going to do this with my eyes open so that I can really actually see the shape of my eye. Okay, so now that that is down, that's actually a really nice colour, I like that. I'm going to take a Zoeva 227 and I'm going to take the navy blue because again, I don't like blue eyeshadow on me. It suits people with like hazel brown eyes. I just feel like whenever I wear it, it makes my eyes look like a duller version of blue. Whereas if I wanted my blue eyes to pop, I would wear colours like pink and orange. So I'm just softly blending that. This is actually like a really easy way to do a cut crease. I would have never thought to do it this way. Okay, so now I'm going to take a 224 and I might actually take this shimmery blue. And I'm just going ever so slightly above that navy blue. Oh, that looks pretty actually. And I'm just being really, really light-handed with it. It's almost like highlighting my brow bone too. Oh, right. Now for the cut crease bit, which I always dread. So I'm actually, because I forgot I had this concealer, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, which is so thick, so I would never use it for my under eyes, but for cut crease I feel like it's going to be good. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used for carving out the brows, and I'm going to load up my brush and I'm going to make sure that it's super, super flat. Can you see how sharp that is? So what I'm going to do now is pop that on my lash line and I'm going to look up and all around. That is going to print how high up I can basically go. I'm just going to use the shape of the brush to stamp that along. Is it bad that I really like this cut crease? I was all like, I'm going to do a full face of makeup with techniques that I hate. And I actually quite like it. I feel like that was just like the easiest cut crease I've ever done in my life. I'm so impressed with myself. Look how good that is. Oh, bloody hell, how the tables have turned. Right, now what I think I want to do is, so we're going to take this aqua blue that we blended out the navy with. I'm going to pop that right where that cut crease is. And now I'm going to take this royal blue. I'm just going to pop that really close to the lashes. Might take my finger for that colour actually. Oh yeah, that's better. Right, let's clean it up and see what we're thinking. I would quite like to move on from this. This is why I don't like cut creases. They just take so bloody long. I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Sabbath, and I'm just going to run that over the lashes. I'm not going to do a wing today because this has taken me long enough. I'm just going to smudge it with that brush that I used to put the shimmer on. That's just going to add some depth to the lashes without having to do a wing. I'm kind of happy with this actually. Yeah, it kind of went the way that I wanted it to, which is always good. So what I'm going to do now is completely ruin the entire eye look that I have spent 20 minutes on, one eye. And I'm going to find the biggest lashes that I have, I'm going to stick them on and hide the entire eye look. You know what I want to try? I got this the other day, the Urban Decay Double Team mascara in the shade Gonzo, and it's basically a bright blue mascara. And I saw on Instagram the other day, and I cannot for the life of me remember who posted it, but they posted like double layer lashes. So they did coloured lashes on their own lashes and then put black ones on top. My God, it looks so cool, and I feel like it's just gonna so make this look amazing. So I'm gonna put my blue mascara on. That looks cool with the mascara. Can you see? That looks so cool, right? Hopefully you can see that. Whoa, whoa, that is cool. Okay, right, I'm gonna hop off I feel like I've got umbrellas on my eyes, I can barely see. I'm gonna hop off camera, do the other eye. Pray for me that it doesn't take as long as it did on this eye. And then I'll be back to show you the techniques I hate for a complexion routine. That took me another 20 minutes. I want my full face to be done twice in that time. That is just ridiculous. This is why it's just a pain in the arse doing a cut crease, but it does look pretty cool, doesn't it? It's Instagram worthy, I'll give it that. For the brows, no. Okay, I think I'm going to use a foundation that a lot of people like and I reviewed and I really did not like it. It's the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade Light Beige. Hopefully this matches me. Story of my life. Okay, can you see how thick that is? It's crazy. So I'm also going to use a sponge that I don't like. So I bought the Morphe sponge that people have gone like crazy about. Yes, mine is absolutely disgusting and filthy. But I'm just going to sort of smidge that on there. This is so thick. You guys know that I really like using my stippling brush by So Eco for my foundation. I never tend to put my foundation on with my sponge. I've just remembered why I hate doing blue eyeshadow, because it falls down your face throughout the day as well. Oh, it just ruins your makeup, it's so annoying, especially shimmery blue. Oh my God, don't even. It just takes forever as well. With a brush, I can literally go and my foundation is all over in 2.5 seconds. Whereas this, my arm aches already, oh my God. And you can't get any preciseness with it either. And this foundation is just so thick. I can see my forehead lines already and I haven't even moved yet. Oh no! Gone over my bloody cut crease. And also I don't like this sponge because it's really hard. It actually feels a bit sore. Bring it all the way up to your eyes. I tend to not do this because it's extra product underneath my eyes that is most likely going to crease, which I'm not a fan of. My forehead looks disgusting already. I'm not trying to be negative, guys. It's just not my preferred techniques, you know? I can't get in my nooks and crannies. So now let's take a hell of a lot of concealer. I think I'm gonna go in with the Revolution Conceal and Define again, and I'm just gonna put an unhealthy amount of concealer on, more than I would ever use. These crazy big triangles. And loads on my forehead. And the reason I don't tend to use this much concealer, one, it's a waste of product because you're gonna ultimately spread this anyway when you blend with a sponge, and also I don't want too much concealer and product around this area here, which is where I get the lines, and on my forehead as well, which is where I get lines as well. Excess product is going to sit in your lines and it's going to make you look way older than you actually are. So, oh no, that's the sponge I like. We've got to go back in with the Morphe. Oh, this amount of concealer just makes me feel a bit sick, and I know that my face is just going to look like a cake face afterwards, which is not the look I tend to go for. It's okay. I'm not mocking people that do this. It's just not my preferred way of doing it. I'm just scared for my fine lines. All this concealer gets spread out all the way to your temple, and that's just an unnecessary amount of concealer. You don't need concealer all the way out to here, you know? Your darkness is mainly on that inner corner. Okay, on camera, my skin looks flawless, like so flawless. But that's all this is. This is more like photographic makeup. In real life, I just look so caked on. What we're gonna do now is everyone's favourite except for mine. We're gonna bake. I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution Laced Powder. I'm gonna take away my creases. Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh my god, literally powder has gone everywhere. Don't know if I've done this right. Okay, I feel like I've done it wrong because it's done the exact same thing as what I did when I did Jack's drag makeup. I will link that in the description box down below, because that is one funny video. And then they do it on their nose, didn't they? And then up here. I don't know, I feel really, really tight and horrible. I'm literally falling onto my clothes, and then they sort of reverse contour their nose as well. This is the most amount of powder I've ever used in my entire life. And then what people do, which is what I never do, is take more powder, yet more powder, and just set everywhere else. I feel like this is just going to leave me with a white cast. There's stuff under my eyes. Right, I'm going to take the forehead one off just to see. I'm going to keep the under eye on because I see people do that. And I'm going to start to contour. I'm going to use my butter bronzer and a Zoeva 127. And I'm going to keep this pretty harsh. I tend to use a much bigger brush because I don't like a really harsh contour. I feel like it's gone patchy. Now what people do, I think I need to go back in with that powder. So this time I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder that I got from New York. And I'm going to carve this out. How do they do it? Like that. Oh my god. I feel like I should wipe off this now and underneath my eyes. If this actually comes off underneath my eyes, I'm going to be so impressed because this looks like it's going to stay. Okay. I have faith now. That actually worked. What the hell? Okay, right. Now we're gonna add some highlight. So I'm just gonna take my normal highlight, to be honest with you. What should I go for? Yeah, I'm gonna go for my Flower Beauty Lift and Sculpt palette. This is one of my favorites. This highlighter is so gorgeous. I feel like because I've got so much powder on my skin, this isn't sticking. So once I've got rid of this, I think I'm going to spray my face. Well, if I had Matte Fix Plus, then I would probably use that, but I don't. So I'm going to use my good old trusty all-nighter setting spray. I'm actually going to try and contour my nose. So I'm going to use a Zoeva 227. I'm going to just use the butter bronzer, I think. And I'm going to really try to contour this properly this time. When did I do this last time? I tried to contour my nose before and it really... Oh, it was the Scott Barnes video. I will, of course, link that as well. It went so tragically, so I'm actually going to really try this time. That doesn't look that bad. That looks quite good. Now I need a tiny little brush to do my nose highlight. Just the bridge. We're getting there guys. This is probably going to be the longest video I've ever done in my life because it's taken me that long to bloody do it. Let's get rid of this bake. That just looks like crazy. Doesn't that just look crazy? Although it's a great eraser. It's erased it well because I felt like my contour did come down a little bit low. But yeah, that just looks stupid. Okay, now let's spritz with some all-nighter. Get some tack back in this dry old crusty face. Okay, now let's go in with the highlighter to make it a little bit more beaming. Cupid's bow, chin. Now for some blush, an oldie but a goodie. This is the Milani Luminoso blush. I lost this for quite a while and then I found it the other day and I was the happiest person ever. So let's smile. Again, get some luminosity back into the skin because this has got a little bit of a glow to it and it's a gorgeous blush. Can you see I've got a slight bloodshot eye from that lash? That's why I don't like wearing big eyelashes anymore. Because they just hurt. Come on now. I'm sick of people saying, I'm now going to put on a Lily lash in the style Miami. They're so massive. I'm so for a natural flattery lash these days, and I think they're so much more flattering if you ask me. They don't weigh your eyelashes down. These are just the heaviest bloody things, and like I said, they feel like I've got umbrellas, like balconies on my eyelids. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, my skin looks flawless, but it looks dry and cakey. Like, everything is sat in my lines, and I don't like it. Okay, now let's go for... Where is my lip liner, my lip liner, my lip liner? Where is my lip liner? Where is my lip liner? Okay, I can't find my lip liner. So I'm just gonna go for 1993 by Urban Decay. I was gonna use Liar, but I don't have a bloody clue where it is. So let's go for a real overdrawn lip. That is gonna have to do. I've just spent far too long doing that. So now I'm gonna go for a real contrast, and I'm gonna take the Jeffree Star I'm Nude. Like, look at the colour difference. This is really frustrating. Coming off. It's coming off. Can't do it. I'm getting umpy now because it's taking me too long to do my makeup. I'm going for the good old classic Stark Naked by Urban Decay. I can't be faffing about with these overlined lips. It's just stressing me out. So we're going for something I do love. And now I'm going to take Barfly by Urban Decay. Who would have thought doing my lips would have been the most stressful part? And they still look like crap. So please don't look at my lips because I know they look like crap. Oh my god. So this is the finished look, you guys. I actually wouldn't mind it if my face looked less dry and my eyebrows were less aggressive. But yeah, I think everything looks fine. Everything else, I mean, it just looks dry. My skin looks flawless, but it just looks dry. Everything's like cracked in my forehead. Actually, my under eyes don't look that bad. Who would have thought? Eloise wouldn't have mind baking, like what the hell? I love the double lash, that looks just so cool, can you see that? It'd be really interesting to see how this would stay on my skin, I guess. I've got so much bloody powder on there that I'm guessing this makeup would last a lifetime. If I really wanted my makeup to last, then I would probably, maybe less aggressively. But yeah, comment down below if you use any of these techniques, or if you're gonna try any of these techniques, let me know how they go. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.